We're doing a song. Thank you so much, Amy. We're going to do a song to introduce you to our awesome speaker today. We're going to do I Am Ready for a Miracle. Here we go. And you'll have lyrics. Ready for a miracle, I'm ready for a miracle. I am ready for a miracle today. Well, I've got my mind in tune for one, ready to experience one. I'm ready for a miracle today. My mind is open, ready to receive it. My heart is open, open all the way. I do accept a miracle. I do accept a miracle. I do accept a miracle today. And I do receive a miracle. I do receive a miracle. I do receive a miracle today. My mind is open, ready to receive it. And my heart is open, open all the way. I do accept a miracle. I do accept a miracle. I do accept a miracle today. I do receive a miracle. I do receive a miracle. I do receive a miracle today.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Oh, my goodness. Fun fact, I am one of your online viewers. So I hang out with you guys in the digital realm. So it's so great to be with you here in the physical realm. So hi. Hello, and I'm a super big fan of Deidrey's songs. And I'm one person on the viewer, right? But there's a party of 6 of us getting down. I just want to make sure we're clear. We love the message and the feeling that we can feel through the screen. So you can imagine how lit up I feel right now being with you guys in person. So, in September when we met, it was love at first sight. We were like, you're Todd, you're Rev Todd, are you serious? Oh my goodness, you're like the friend that we always knew we had waiting for us. So he made the deal so sweet to come visit that we could not wait to get here. We could not wait to be here and just hang out and fellowship, right? So another fun fact, my whole family, we're all named with J names, okay? So this is Rev Jod. Just want to make sure y'all understand. We've been staying with him for the past few days. So Rev Jod and Jamie, you guys know her as Amy, came to visit, but now she's Jamie to us. So hang out with us long enough, we'll give you a J in front of it too. And Judah, he already came with the J. We didn't have to, he was already in the club. So we are traveling around in our Airstream. That's my life, y'all. I travel around in an Airstream. Can you believe that? And I love it. I love it because I have a house on wheels. It was real hot in Southwest Georgia. I rode out. I was like, bye. See you later, Hopeful. That's where I'm from, Hopeful, Georgia. Not originally though. I am a New Yorican, in case you're wondering. Another fun fact, my middle name is of Jesus. That's a fun one, right? So de Jesus, right? You heard Rev Todd say that. Means of Jesus. It was my maiden name, but I didn't drop it because I ain't gonna leave Jesus out, not this girl. You know what I mean? I'll take all the blessings. So we are here and on our way to Canada. So I'm on my way to see Deidrey, actually. So she just found out a few days ago, though. So she's my new friend too. But we're so excited to be on this journey. And we're on this journey because I not only speak at Unity churches and make new friends on the road, but my son and I have written books about emotional intelligence and emotional regulation. Anybody know about that here? Anybody ever heard that before? Awesome, awesome. So I'm speaking your language. All right. So let's do a quick heart check. How are you guys feeling today? Are you feeling kind of calm, amazing? Yes, that's a good one. He gave me the spirit fingers when he gave me that one. All right. So feeling calm in your heart today, anybody? Yeah? Yeah? All right. Calm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So here's the other question. Anybody feeling stressed? Anybody feeling some stress? A little bit? It's all right. We're friends here. We're fam, right? Feeling a little stress? Yeah, I mean, it's really easy. Like, you can sneeze and feel some stress. I mean, it's just so tough right now in this human experience, right? The world out there, and then we've got this whole world happening inside of us too, right? There's a lot of stress. So it feels a lot of times like, ah, instead of the that you were speaking of, right? Ah, here, ah, there, ah. Everywhere, ah, ah. Old MacDonald has some stress. E-I-E-I-O. Sheesh, right? So today I want to share with you my story of how I turned my ah into ah, yeah. Or we can say ah, miracles. Say it with me. Put your hand on your heart. Let's go with ah, miracles on this one, all right? Ah, miracles. All right. Does it feel good? So, what you're saying is an acronym. Ah is an acronym. Not only does it feel good, but it reminds you to check in. So, your heart, I call it your pause button. That's that pause button to let me stop. Let me stop and check myself before I wreck myself. Okay. Hit pause. Oh, miracles. Okay. Let me not betray myself. Let me remember who I am. So I want to tell you the story about how I got to that place. You guys like stories around here? Can I tell you a story? We got popcorn popping? It's going to be a good one. All right. Gather around, children. It's story time. So this story starts when I was miserable in my life. I mean, like so miserable that I cried out to God and I was like, please. Oh, wait, I can't start there. I got to take you back. I got to start you back at the beginning. So on a warm Wednesday night in May at Brooklyn Hospital, the doctor came to my dad and said, do you want me to save the baby or the mother? And he said, very calmly, save them both. He wasn't at the level of panic that the doctor was at. He was like, there's no other answer. Save them both. So that's the best thing my dad ever did, was make that calm, level-headed decision for what he wanted, which is both of us. Now, I grew up with a single mom. She's here right now. Hey, Mama. We have always been very close. There's such an age gap between my siblings and I that I was the baby and also an only child, because by the time I was old enough to appreciate them, they were gone. So it was my mom and I, and she made my experience so fun. She started to notice that I was always in her makeup bag. And she was like, okay, I see that you're very interested in this. You're wanting to paint your nails and all that stuff. Okay. So she created a whole date night around it. Isn't that awesome? A whole date night just for the two of us. And she'd play her vinyls. I'd hear the oldies. They were so good while we're playing with this makeup, and she's encouraging me to play in the house, not outside the house with this, right? And I'm having a ball. And we're connecting and we're having so much fun telling jokes. And I'm like, got blue eyeshadow on my cheeks. I mean, it's just a party. We're having a good time. And so we just kept this going. And this is just our relationship, how it was, always really tight. We're still close. We're still close. Now my mom has later stages Alzheimer's, which is another reason why I have to say, miracles, and keep me calm so I can show up and be love. So now I'm in Central Florida pushing a mower, y'all, in the heat. Little 8-year-old me pushing the mower, right? That's how I'm earning money. But guess what? I don't want to be out there. Who wants to be in the heat at all, let alone pushing a mower, right? So my little budding entrepreneurial brain was like, how can I get in the air conditioning? And I was like, oh, I really like this makeup. I really think I could paint some nails. And I really think somebody might pay me some money for it. I wonder if Mom would go for it. So I went inside and I was like, Mom, I have an idea. She's like, what's up, baby? And I was like, what if I paint your nails and you pay me money? And she was like, okay. And I said, yeah, I'll do your toes too. That'll be extra, of course. And she's like, well, we got to make sure that it's good. Because if I'm paying you money, you got to pay attention to detail. And I was like, so you're saying there's a chance. So I started a business doing beauty services at age 8. And the word got out, and business was good. I was painting nails. I was doing box colors on my friends' parents because the moms heard how steady my hand was, and they were like, I'll give you $5 if you get that hairline real tight. And I was like, I gotcha. Then I started somehow giving haircuts too. Who's trusting an 8-year-old with scissors? All of them. They're like, me next. I was just me. Thankfully, I was allowed to be me. And so this continued on. And then I made it, y'all. I graduated high school, and I made it to the mall. I was full-time at the makeup counter, y'all. I was so proud. I was like, look at me. I am here to paint your face. And I was having a ball. It was fun. It was so great. And then something happened. The word got out there that I was very efficient and my work ethic was known. They were like, hey, I think you should come into retail management. And I was like, oh, and they were like, you could make 6 figures. And I was like, oh, and they got me, y'all. And I started on that wrong path of walking away from the thing I love. Y'all know about that? Does that ever happen to you? You're like, oh, the money's good over here. I could buy some happiness. Yay, I can take my friends out to eat. I could do whatever I want. Yeah, that's not how it worked out. That's not how it worked out. What happened was a bunch of weekend work, holidays, late nights, and a bunch of me being like, what happened? Y'all ever been there? So that path took me, yes, right? That path took me to a big box retailer. Now at this point, I'm like getting promoted, I'm changing companies, because I'm like in demand, right? And I'm like feeling pretty good about it too. I'm like, you know, this is pretty flattering that you want me at your business. Awesome. And the thing was, is I didn't love it at all. Like, I don't want to use the word hate, but that's where I was hanging out. So I'm going to this big box retailer job that I got, and I'm like, this is going to be great. I get in there, and guess what? The person I beat out for the job works there. Awkward. And everybody else wanted that person to get the job. And guess what? I also don't know how to do the job. They're banking on the fact that I'm a fast learner and that everyone else will help me. Uh-oh. Now this is where we're going to kick it up to I hated this job. Can we kick it up to that notch? I hate to use that language. But y'all are with me, right? Let's keep it real. And I was like, I can't believe this is my life now. What happened to me? What happened? Man. So I'm struggling for weeks. And I walk into the stockroom and nobody hears me because I'm kind of a ninja. That's another fun fact about me. So I walk into the back room and I hear them talking about me. They were talking about me, y'all. They were like, I can't stand her. She doesn't know how to do anything. She doesn't know how to do this job. And why does she always look like she's ready to go to a party? Rude. And I was like, I'm just going to back up out of this room right here because I have no leg to stand on because they're right about both of it, about both of them. I did not know how to do the job, and I did always look like I was going to a party, even though I was wearing khakis. So I went home, I clocked out. I held my tears in until I got in my car. And I cried the whole way home. I cried the whole time in my apartment. My roommate's like, are you okay? And I was like, they're talking about me. What is my life? And I cried out. Y'all, I cried out. I said, please, God, what happened? Where did I miss this? I thought I was on the path, but now I'm here. And I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. Nobody else wants me to be here. What happened? Where did I go wrong? I didn't hear an answer. And I was like, okay, I'm going to still cry out to you as I am in so much pain and I am confused. So how about this? If I am on the wrong path, can you please send me a sign? Have y'all prayed the send me a sign prayer? Anybody? Give me some spirit fingers. Oh, yeah. Oh, miracles. Calling one in, right? You're like, please. And I was like, give me a sign. And if I miss the sign, I up the ante, y'all. I up the ante. If I miss the sign, drop a box on my head so I don't miss it, to make sure I don't miss it, because, I hate this. 2 days later, it took me about that long to quit crying because I was so hurt. I went back to work. My 2 days off were over, and I had to brave the pain and go back to work. So I go, and I'm looking at the plans for this display that I'm supposed to build. That's my job, y'all. I went from painting faces, now I'm building a display. I'm building this, looking, what am I gonna do? And a customer ran into my 20-foot ladder with their cart. So 20-foot ladder standing next to me. On top of the 20-foot ladder is my 20-pound box of peg hooks. As if there were a bullseye on my head. Perhaps I put one there with that prayer, because words are power. 3 ruptured discs in my C-spine. I no longer work there. little thing called workers' comp happened. Took me right out of the game. I was not supposed to be there. Can we say that? And also, I kind of wish I would have prayed for a pillow to fall on my head. So I'm going through all the tests and stuff that happens when you have a head injury. And the doctor comes in. He's like, yep, you really did a number on yourself. You hurt your disc. And also, we found something else. We found that there's a tumor in your brain. Oh, what? Excuse me? A tumor? What do you mean? First thing, is it cancer? We don't know. We would have to biopsy it, but we can't because we can't get to it. So here you are with this news. And I was like, I don't understand. How much time do I have? That's the next question. When am I going to die? He said, well, you could have 10 days or you could have 10 years. We don't know because, once again, we can't biopsy it and know what we're working with. But what we do know is that stress will accelerate the symptoms. Stress will accelerate the symptoms. You just stressed me out with this news, dude. Like, what? But okay. And he's like, kid you not. He says, so just figure out a way to not stress out. Okay, bye. And left me there on the table, confused. And I was like, wait. Do you have a prescription, like, for not stressing out? Like, do you have a plan, some tips, a life hack or two? I mean, what am I supposed to do with this information? I wanted a sign, but not like this. Have y'all ever been there when the sign doesn't come the way you wanted it to? And you're like, no, wait, let me edit my prayer. Right? But what I will tell you is that it always shows up the way it's supposed to. You just don't know it yet, right? You just don't know it. You're looking at your blessing to come through the front door, and it's like knocking on the side door. It's like, I'm over here. It's too big to go through the front door. I got to come over here. Can I get a miracles on that? Miracles. So here I am. And guess what? The story gets crazier. 2 months later, I got in a car accident and I hurt my back from the top to the bottom. I've got ruptured disc. This 16-year-old just got their license and wanted a car wash and just got right in front of me. I avoided a head-on collision because I was the one paying attention. So here we are. Now I've got this thing in my head. I'm supposed to not stress out. Now my back is hurt. And I'm now in the process of seeing specialists. I have to see neurosurgeons and see if anybody maybe has like a clue of how they can help me. But they all have the same opinion. Nope, can't help you. Can't help you. So I became a really good patient, right? I was like, I'd go to the new doctor who might have an idea of a different story for me. And I would say, hey, so this is the stuff, this is the story, I'd go through the whole process of it, right? Being very efficient, right? Being very good in this role of patient. I'm gonna take it seriously. And I remember this one neurologist. He was listening to me go through the information, and he stopped, and he's looking at me kind of funny, and I'm like, what? Like, why are you looking at me like this? And he gets down. He looks at me and he says, you're talking to me like this is what you've accepted. And I was like,
That was the diagnosis. And he looks at me and says, you don't want this. And I felt chills. And I look back at him and he says, you don't want this. And I was like, I don't want this. And now I was in this different mindset. I don't want this. I still get chills. And I just drove myself home. It was a 2-hour drive the whole way, just saying, I don't want this. I don't want this. Never, ever, ever did I think about that I didn't want this. I was just a good patient. Like, this is just my life now. I'm just showing up, going to the appointments, doing the things. I don't want this. What? Guess what? The next day, guess what's all over the news? It's not me. It's not me. I'm not all over it. It's not me. It's not me. The Secret. Y'all remember The Secret, the movie? Yes. The Secret was everywhere. Like, I couldn't miss it. It was like another box. And I was like, okay, The Secret. I gotta see that. And I got my hands on it. And I watched it. And I'm taking y'all back to 2006. So, I mean, you may not remember The Secret. You may remember it. But in that movie, there's all these people talking about how they reversed conditions. They went from this way of living to this way of being. All they had to do was change their thoughts, envision what they wanted. What? Get out now. If they can do it, I surely can do it. I'm good at things. I can be good at this. And y'all, I doubled down on it. And I realized, okay, nobody's coming to save me. My one thing I have to do is not stress out. But I'm having a hard time not stressing out because I am in pain now. I am hurting. A lot of my friends didn't know what to do with the idea that I might die at any point. I might forget them at any point. That was tough. It was very isolating. It was heartbreaking. It's like, I don't want this. This is like my prime time. Okay, Secret, I'll see you. I went to the library and I got like all these books on how I could be different because I didn't know how to be different. I didn't know what I didn't know at that point. Y'all know about that stage when you don't know what you don't know yet, and you're like, okay, there's a lot to learn, but I'm ready. Can I get all miracles on that one? Oh, miracles. That moment when you choose to be different, you choose yourself. So I decided I'm going to go to Savannah. If I'm going out, I'm going to go out with guns blazing. Because you guess what? Your girl used to love makeup, right? I used to love these things. I want to go back to painting. Because that was another thing. These people in The Secret, they were doing stuff they loved. And I'm going to make a vision board. I made a vision board. Because I needed to figure out how to do this. What was it going to look like? And I put Paula Deen on my vision board. Butter and all, y'all. I was like, she lives in Savannah. I'm going to get her. So I am in Savannah. Day one, guess who I meet? Nope, my husband. I got y'all. I know, I was going to say, but it's so great. This is where Fritz enters the story. My childhood friends invited me to come live with them in Savannah. There were no makeup artists in Savannah, and they were like, you got to be here. There he is. There he is. Always got my back. You see that? So my friends invited me to come to live with them. And Josh was their roommate that they didn't tell me about. So, fun fact, we've always lived together. Because
I was their new roommate. They did tell him about me though, so yeah, so I go out and I start doing this makeup artist thing. And I have nothing holding me back. Because I think I'm gonna die, right? And I'm like, I got no reason other than to go after it, right? Tim McGraw's song, Live Like You Were Dying, was real big, and that was my anthem. I was like, live like you were dying. That's what I'm doing, Tim. I'm doing it. Doing it. I would say more of the lyrics, but I'm gonna keep moving. So I'm out there loving my life now, and I'm feeling better. But here's the thing, my back is really starting to hurt. My body can't keep up with this, because remember, I was in a car accident and I kind of had some disc problems. So I have to go get that fixed. So I go to India to get back surgery. That's a whole nother story. I'll tell you later. So I get a new lease on life again, right? So I'm like, I'm going after it. And now, guess who I meet? Paula Dean. And she was amazing. And I was able to really take off in the makeup world. I was the first makeup artist in Savannah. I started the city's first beauty agency, and I was training makeup artists. I mean, this whole thing blew up. And it's because my intention, my position of power was aligned. I followed my joy. I followed what I wanted to do, right? Because I needed to save my life. There was a whole different energy behind it. So as I'm like going through, I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. And I'm ticking off the checklist. All the boxes are complete. The vision board is done. Cool, yay. And then I kind of didn't want it anymore, because I had a baby and I decided I wanted to hang out with my baby, and I didn't expect that to happen. And what happens when you have everything that you always dreamed of, and then it feels different when you get it, is a whole lot of confusion. You start feeling like, why am I being so ungrateful for what I have? What's wrong with me? Why can't I just be happy with what I have? Has anybody ever been there? Y'all know what I'm talking about? You're like, man, why do I do this? Some might say it's self-sabotage, right? You just not letting yourself be happy. I want to throw a different idea out there. What if it's because you're being called higher? Like you're at this one level, and now you're being called to the next level. Like all of this is preparation, right? Because remember that calmness that I had to figure out in order to live? That became my key trait as a makeup artist. It wasn't that I could like blend out a smoky eye and make you look fabulous on camera. It wasn't that, even though I could do that. What it was the energy. People would hire me. They came looking for me. They're like, you make our talent feel so comfortable on camera. We have to have you. They're requesting you. Our talent, she won't come out of the bathroom unless you're here. And I would just be like, all right, come on, I'm here. Come on. And they would find my level of calm and meet it. You know that saying, people will always remember how you made them feel, right? So now I had gotten to that point. Now it's time to like expand that. But in the moment, it felt like, what am I doing? Am I really going to leave everything? That's more of what it sounded like and looked like in real time, not, yay, I'm being called to my higher place. It was like, what am I doing? And everyone's like, what are you doing, Jules? You're going to leave everything at the height of your career? I think I am. What's your plan? I don't have one. My only plan is to follow God's will. What? Yeah, I'm going to see how that works. Well, it worked out really well. Spoiler alert, because I'm here with you. I'm here with you. That higher calling resulted in learning more about wellness, learning more about why that change of thinking worked, why adding joy into my life worked. How did all this come together? How did it work? How did it do? I don't know, but I need to figure it out. And so being able to teach myself these things got me into a different place of being. One that I can not only be a present mom to my 3 kids, twin 6-year-olds and 11-year-old, but also full-time caregiver to my mom. And know that all the things that I've learned have helped me be where I am right now in this moment. So releasing all of the negative, releasing everything I didn't want, and holding on to the things that I did want was everything. Was everything. My whole process came to be because of just life experience, of just trying to figure out how to live life as a human and be present. So what I'm going to teach this afternoon is that method. I'm going to teach you how to go from awareness to healing, how to feel better in the moment. Because that's what I needed, was like the actual like hit pause. What is happening here? And then what to do to redirect all of those feelings into something positive, into something healthy. So show of hands, who's coming to be with me later? A bunch of y'all registered. Yay, spirit fingers. And if you're not able to stay, we are going to be recording the workshop. So we can send it to you later if that is something that is helpful. So I want to not leave you hanging, right? I have a gift before I close out. Everybody pull out your phones really quickly. It's like crazy, right? The only time in church, I'm like, pull your phones out. I'm like, what is happening? I think we might have a slide. So I have a gift for you, even if you're not coming to the workshop. I want you to, if you can take a picture of this QR code, it will take you to themiraclelab.org. If you're too far away, I'll get out of your way. If you're too far away and it doesn't work, you can just enter in themiraclelab.org. Did I get out of, or maybe I posed for the pictures. Hey! So when you go to the Miracle Lab scroll, you'll see where you can enter your email address. If you do that right now, I'm going to send you a gift. I'm going to send you 2 ebooks and some resources. Okay? Yay. So now, I don't want to leave you hanging. I know you're wondering. That's a great story and all, Jules, but so do you have a tumor or what? Was anybody thinking it? Was anybody like, what? Are you talking to us? Are you going to die right now? What's happening? What's going on, Jules? Tell me more. So remember when I told you I went to India? I went to India for back surgery and because they had a gamma knife procedure that I was a candidate for. So I get there and I go get my new scans that you have to get before you have surgery. And they were like, why are you here? And I was like, to have the gamma knife and back surgery. They're like, there's no tumor. It's gone. So we called in love, we called in miracles. Here you go. It's gone. So once you let go of the negative thinking, it's amazing what we can do. But the call out that we do to love is really just a call out to ourselves. Love calling love, love calling love. That's all I've ever done. And that's what all of this work has brought me full circle to realize. It's not about a big miraculous miracle. Every expression of love is a miracle. So every time I call out to love, I'm calling out to myself. I'm calling out to the love that I am. And that cycle, love calling out to love. So remember that, calm. Calling all love and miracles. That is the power that I pray that I have reminded you of today. And I have reminded you of your own personal power. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jules, for your powerful story. Let us sing this one if you know the words to it. In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Good is there. Peace is there. Love is there. Love is there. Finally, God is there. God is there.
All right. I pray that y'all enjoyed the story. And now it's time to take all of that in. Take all of that in. One little piece of the story that's really important is the work was so beautiful because it inspired my son Julian to write a book called You Are the Sky. It's about that you are not your feelings. So my favorite meditation to share is inspired by You Are the Sky. So I thought it'd be a little treat. I hope it's okay with you to have Julian kind of explain just a little bit about the story to kind of set us up, to prepare us to go into our time of meditation.
Hi. So I was inspired to write the story because every day we would go out and look up at the clouds, and I would name them, like happy, sad, grumpy, whatever, and then I had this idea for a while, and then I went into Mama's room on my 7th birthday and said, "It's time to write our book." And then we wrote the story within an hour, and I drew all the pictures, and then it came to be. So the story is about it's the subtitle is "Color Your Way Through Big Feelings." It's a coloring book, and you can color it and then name your feelings. Then in the back there's a secret message. I loved I was focusing a lot on Egypt at the time, and I put a little message in the back. The answer is on the back cover of the book. So and then there's like a key to decoding that, and then there's some extra stuff in the back, and so yeah, the book was and then we started, and then after that book came out, then she wanted to write a book to go along with it, and then those two became a set.
So in his story, Sky forgets that it's the sky. Have you heard Pema Chodron's famous quote, "You are the sky, everything else is just the weather"? That's what I was teaching our kids. And so he invented the story. So thinking of the clouds as your feelings. Thank you, Julian. Thank you for sharing. So kiddos, if you want to stay in, we're going to do our meditation. You're welcome to stay with us, or you can go ahead and go back to the kids' room. Up to you. So I want you, as we prepare to go into the space, I really want you to think about that your feelings are clouds in this meditation, okay? So let's go into this stillness. Let's prepare ourselves by taking a nice deep breath. Just settle into your seat. Just allow your body to rest. Let the chair hold you. If you're watching online, get into a relaxed position. Just put your feet on the ground and just feel the energy coming up through your feet and just going all the way through, traveling up and just breathing nice and calm, nice and easy, however feels the best to you. You're safe to close your eyes and just rest in this moment. Now, as we are in this space, envision your heart opening wide and bright, clear and beautiful, just like the sky. And that is who you are. Never changing, a sky of love. And from this space, allow yourself to think of anything that may be blocking the call to love, that may be blocking the presence of love, the awareness that love is holding you right now. If there's anything blocking that, let's envision it to be a cloud. Just notice that cloud. You can give the cloud a name. And as we acknowledge these feelings, let's take some more deep breaths. Just allow ourselves to recharge. And as we're recharging and recalibrating, we recognize that we can release this cloud that is in the way, that's blocking, that we're holding on to, whatever it may be. Just allow yourself to envision placing it on an altar as a gift to God. You can allow yourself to envision it as a balloon floating away, just how the clouds pass. It's always changing, but we stay the same. We are glorious creations from a glorious Creator. We recognize that truth in this moment. As we allow these clouds to go, these feelings, you can feel that love just filling up all that space, pouring into us right now. Let's breathe that in. As we exhale, we release everything else. Let's do that a couple more times. And as we start to come to a close, we give gratitude. We give gratitude for the ability to do this anytime we need to. We can always hand it over. And as we start to come back, just prepare yourself by taking some more deep breaths, feeling your body, maybe wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, rolling your shoulders, just feeling that energy in your body. Roll your neck. And as we close, we say, thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Jules. I'm so touched by your message and your meditation. I wrote this song about probably more than 10 years ago, and I performed it once, and I never sang it again. Yesterday was the first time that I sang this song in a concert, and today I sing it because it reminds me of your message. You were given the opportunity to learn about your life. You've sort of been given a glimpse into your own future, and learned about your own life so you could make changes now. In this song, an angel gives, in the first part of the song, an angel gives, say me, the opportunity to see what my life looks like 20, 30, 50 years from now. And I respond, or you respond, with, I see that the glory of tomorrow lies in who I am today. How I am, how I show up today. The song is called Fly. Restless soul, you've done this all before, lamenting the blues. Hid amongst the shadows, walked away from open doors and other things. Walked for miles in the stride of others, afraid to walk in your own shoes. If I could show you your true potential, underneath your feet are wings. Fly. It's all becoming clearer now. I have the ultimate view. Embraced limitations, extinguished the flame that yearned to be a soul of divine perfection, illumined by love, it's true. To shine my light upon this world, I must first set myself free. Fly, because all I have is here and now. Fly, take a leap of faith, some way, somehow, because the glory of tomorrow lies in who I am today. Because all I have is here and now. Take a leap of faith, some way, somehow. I'll spread my wings right here. don't have to wait for a tumor to know the future, to know that we need to act now.